Benzodiazepine addiction, withdrawal, and treatment. These are all topics that are covered in the book Blood Orange Night by Melissa Bond, where she described her personal experiences with these challenges. She talked about navigating the complexities of being a new mother, struggling with what would be called sedative, hypnotic, or anxiolytic use disorder, with benzodiazepines falling into that category. But for shorthand, let's call it benzodiazepine addiction. So Melissa Bond talked about benzodiazepine addiction and her experiences as a new mother and how she was having extreme difficulty sleeping, with benzodiazepines being prescribed to her as a potential treatment to assist her as a sleep aid, to assist her in finally obtaining some sleep. This book is one of the firsthand accounts of benzodiazepine addiction in the nonfiction literature. And so with her being prescribed benzodiazepines to help her sleep, she eventually developed a benzodiazepine addiction. So her initial prescribing clinician was unsure and unable of how to address the benzodiazepine addiction that she ended up developing later on. Then the author, Melissa Bond, was describing the difficulties that she was experiencing in actually finding clinicians who could treat her benzodiazepine addiction. And then this made me really think about the current state of the addiction landscape. For some of these addictions that may not be common in specific areas, how does someone actually have to navigate and deal with the complexities and barriers involved with trying to get effective treatment when there may not be providers nearby who are specially trained in handling it? Just something to think about, just as a barrier to some folks out there. So how difficult it must be to navigate having an addiction in a drug class where there may not be that many specialists or specialty treatment providers in your area that address that specific substance use disorder. She also described the withdrawal symptoms that she experienced as it relates to benzodiazepines. And then overall, there are some larger social and connected themes in the book as well, where she described, the impact of benzodiazepines on her marriage, the impact of benzodiazepines on her being a new mother, and also the impact on her profession. So ultimately, if you are interested in reading a firsthand account of someone who navigated through having benzodiazepine addiction, feel free to check that book out, Blood Orange Night. Ultimately, I hope that this information is helpful to someone out there, and thank you so much for watching. Thank you.